Hey guys, if you've seen some of the film reviews I've done on this channel, you probably know that I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with movies made by Ari Aster. So I've done a couple reviews of them on the channel here, and if you pay attention to what I'm looking for in art and in metal in general, you'd see that I do enjoy when whatever I'm consuming is confrontational to the listener. And his movies do that, but they usually do it on a very superficial level. For the most part, you're going to remember maybe one or two visceral images from his movies and not much else. And unfortunately, those images are wrapped up in a layer of pretentiousness that really takes away from whatever message he's trying to cobble together. And if you even go further than that and try to discern what the messages of his movies are, they're usually composed by just smashing two different genre ideas together or directly ripping off some things that you might know very well. So there's a new movie of his that just came out. I was able to see a sneak peek of it just so that you guys don't have to. So now I'm going to get down to it. Now, for as much as I've given Ari Aster criticism in the past, I have to say his most recent effort is by far his most ambitious. As you can see, his newest movie is a sentient, almost human-looking being that's able to conduct interviews on its own behalf. And I know what you're thinking. That's a person. But if you were to listen to what this thing has to say, you would realize that everything coming out of its mouth is purely performative. And performative is something that you should expect from Ari Aster's movies, because all of them in the past, as much as they had tried to get across that there's depth to them, were clouded in this air of pretentiousness that tends to irritate people like me that want the art that it's consuming to speak for itself. So Ari Aster has been able to dodge that bullet by literally creating art that speaks for itself, as you can see in the newest effort. And as much as I would like to say that it's as hollow as all his previous efforts, there is something going on here. Now, because there was no way to defend itself against the criticism before, by the fact that it can conduct its own interviews, it's now going ahead and giving a rationale for what it has to say. So, in the most recent interview, which you can see here with the movie on YouTube, I highly recommend you watch it, the whole hour's worth, if you want to get an idea what this movie is all about. If you were to look at it, one of the things that the interviewer is asking of the movie is whether or not its most recent effort is getting received well by audiences. And it decides to use what I like to call the Metallica defense. If you were to remember back in the mid-90s when Load came out, an interviewer asked Jason Newsted if they had sold out. And Jason Newsted's response was, "Hell yeah, we sold out. We sell out every venue all over the world." And in this case, when the interviewer asked the movie how it's being received, the movie says, well, we are now a headlining picture. We're no longer a preview in front of another movie. We are the headlining picture, and everyone's here to see us, and we are selling out venues that are capping out at 1,500 people. And if you've consumed anything on my channel, because you know, if you gather enough people together, that is always an indication of quality. And when enough people gather en masse, it never ends up going to the lowest common denominator. So the numbers speak for themselves. This most recent effort by Ari Aster is by far its greatest performance. But don't let me tell you. Check it out for yourself. Do it. Definitely watch the interview with this movie. And, before, a lot of these pictures that Ari Aster has done, they kind of bought into their own hype. And I don't want to say that that's still the case. I'll let that be up to you to judge. So definitely check out the interview with this horrible movie.